Yes, first, Senator Grassley, thank you for bringing us together and for being such a strong proponent of our law enforcement officials, and to my colleagues that are here today to honor the men and women in blue as well. Folks, last election cycle, we did see a lot of anti-law enforcement rhetoric. It played out in my own campaign, where we had folks on the left that were out there chanting, defund the police, defund the police. It was the popular thing to do, to really go after the men and women that are on our streets protecting our citizens. And we've heard it, abolish ICE, go soft on crime. And they were serious. They were serious in their campaign cycle. And so what do we see now? The result of that anti-law enforcement rhetoric. We have seen our men and women in law enforcement be villainized. We have seen them attacked. Senator Grassley just mentioned those in law enforcement that were killed in Iowa in this past year. We've seen the liberal district attorneys failing to prosecute even the most serious of crimes. Officers on our border, just as Senator Young mentioned, they are overwhelmed with people flooding across the border. They're outnumbered, and as a result, we have seen violent crime surging across our country. Last year, the murder rate hit its highest point in a quarter of a century. And the New York Times just recently reported in an article that men and women that live and work in the city are afraid to go back to work in this post-pandemic world because of the surge in crime. They are afraid they will be attacked or harassed on their commute to work. That's from the New York Times. And during National Police Week, all of us, I want to thank and honor the men and women in blue. I know all of us want to do that. They work hard to keep us safe. I did a law enforcement roundtable a number of weeks ago in Iowa with men and women of local police departments, or sheriff's departments, and of the Iowa State Patrol. I'm really proud of those men and women for stepping up during a difficult time. And they acknowledged it has been a difficult time. Recruiting for men and women going into law enforcement is extremely difficult because of the rhetoric that has been put out there by the people on the left. These are men and women that will do anything to protect us, even putting their own lives in danger. And we're having a hard time bringing them into the fold to support our communities because of what the left has done. So instead of bending to the liberal left, we should have a president that is standing up for the men and women in blue. And so we're imploring that President Biden step up and do the right thing by supporting these men and women and taking crime seriously in the United States. Our laws need to be enforced, our law enforcement needs to be supported, and the perpetrators need to be held accountable.